Hi, my name is Lianne. I'm people lead at TicketSwap, and we offer OpenUp to 140 employees. We chose to work with OpenUp because at TicketSwap we really value our employees and their well-being. I think when you speak about mental well-being, you can't exclude mental well-being within the workplace. And we're really trying to create a healthy and nurturing work environment, and OpenUp really helps with that. I think in the Netherlands, if you want to speak to a psychologist, sometimes you have to wait 3 to 6 months until you can speak to a professional. And within OpenUp, you can speak to a professional within 24 hours in your preferred language, which is really amazing. We started working with you, I think, 3 years ago. You were one of the first platforms offering a service like this, and we've been really happy with the collaboration. I'm not sure if there was a real challenge when we started working with OpenUp. I think it was mainly us wanting to support our employees better. Not everyone is comfortable discussing certain topics with HR or with their manager, and obviously we're not psychologists ourselves. While OpenUp offers a huge database with articles, resources, you host webinars, and obviously you can speak to a psychologist within 24 hours in your preferred language, and I think that's a level of support that HR or a manager can't always give to someone. I think at TicketSwap we do different things to ensure the well-being of our employees, starting with things like having flexible working times, hybrid working model. We have a very open culture where people can walk up to each other and ask for feedback or help. I think also openly speak about mental health, really actively promote OpenUp. So on Slack, when you have webinars coming up, or if we're speaking to a colleague that we know is struggling, we always just remind them of OpenUp and that they are able to speak to a psychologist if they need to. I think if you as leadership or management want to stimulate people to openly talk about mental challenges, this starts with yourself. So I think you as leadership have to openly talk about it. I think if you create a very open culture, people will feel safe to open up about mental challenges. We actively promote OpenUp when you have webinars or when we speak to a colleague that is struggling. We make sure that they know that OpenUp is there to speak to a psychologist. Last year we organized a mental health day in the office. We've had someone come in before to discuss burnout and how to prevent it. And I think actions like that just show people that we care and that it's safe to open up about it. We do receive feedback from our employees about OpenUp. I know a lot of people have used it or are using it. We also always ask about it in the surveys that we do. And for the last survey, we asked whether people find it important that we keep on offering OpenUp as a service, which scored a 9.2 out of 10. We also asked whether offering OpenUp makes people feel like we care about them, which scored an 8.7 out of 10. And I think that shows how valuable it is to people. Personally, I'm a huge advocate for mental well-being. It's something I actively work on and openly speak about, both in my private life and at work. I mean, I've been to therapy, I've spoken to a psychologist from OpenUp, and I think life can get pretty challenging for anyone sometimes. There's really no shame in admitting that, and I think if you're brave enough to open up about something like that, it shows others it's safe to do the same, and then you just create a space where people can support each other. I have used OpenUp myself. I've joined several webinars and I've had several discussions with psychologists. For me, the sessions with the psychologists are most valuable because you can really discuss a personal situation you're in or something you're struggling with and get advice really tailored on your situation. If I would have to give managers or organizations advice on mental well-being in the workplace, it would be to definitely make this a topic of priority. I think mental well-being is incredibly important, can't be overlooked. I think if you focus on mental well-being, supporting your employees better, it will result in more engagement, more employee happiness, which in my opinion should already be enough. But apart from this, it can also lower sickness rates or maybe improve output. So for me, there's really no reason to not make it a topic of priority.